Ah, here we are, back again. Time to build more factory, right? Let's go. What are we doing today? Yesterday, oh, we did the vat braiding yesterday. I like this. I know I complain bitterly, incessantly about the things I don't like, but this I like. I like how you need to be fueled. I like how you look. I like its attitude. I like its range is appropriate. Like, this is my feelings about this building and everything involved with it. The art is great. The sound is great. This building is the complete opposite of this building right here. Like, and seeing them next to each other just really underlines what could have been and what is. It's like even the light is all blurry and weak. It's like, why can't we have more of this? And this is, again, the most important building in the factory. Ah, ah. Well, anyway, hopefully it gets me the new bedding soon and we get unbedding blocked. What are we doing? What are we doing today? I think the first thing that needs to be done is sulfuric acid, right? Because the two products of the factory that really matter right now are compact aerial gift packages for my fellow inhabitants of this world, and also science. And science is going just fine. Needs no problem, has no problems there, needs no help. Oh, you're the science delivery guy. I understand. That's good. And for once in my life, glycerol is not the problem when it comes to making artillery shells. So we have to ask ourselves, what is the problem? And the problem is not enough sulfuric. Not enough sulfuric. Very, very, very sad, right? Sulfuric. And we are the factory is running so well, we are using the totality of sulfuric acid. Oh, here's the other thing I want to do today. This is what I'm doing next. I know I'm going to have to expand electronics in order expand silicon processing and refining in order to do next level electronics and basically anything else, honestly. So I'm going to go do that. The first and most important thing to look at is right here. We have chemical plants. Oh, we have you. Signs of failure right here. I really don't want to deal with any of these. So this is making sulfuric acid. All these guys are making sulfuric acid. We are completely up on this, and we still have acid gas. Let's take a wander over there and go see if acid gas is backed up at any point. Yeah, it is. So we have more capacity in the system. We just have to unlock it by putting buildings in. Because we're playing Factorio, and the answer is always more buildings. Alright, so pick you up. Pick you up. I'm gonna take you over here. Actually, we're gonna make another deposit. A deposit of shame. Why? Because I don't want to deal with it. There we go. And so we're gonna want... How many chemical plants can we fit in here? If we do it really right, and I mean really right, we can probably get 6 here. So let's see if this is at all manageable. So, big problem is this, eh? We have to get the sulfuric onto the sulfuric line. I don't have any pipes on me. Oh, because I contributed all of them to embassy construction and embassy staffing. That makes sense. So let's go grab ourselves some pipe. And then start building, making room for the chemical factories. Then after that, we'll make 6 of them and hope that is enough to keep artillery shells going. And then we'll turn our attention to something else. Not actually sure what that something else should be. Maybe if it'll reveal itself if I go look at booze. Maybe Grodd will be done by then. I know we just researched the next level mechanical stuff. That probably needs to happen. This is ugly. But it uses space that I don't need to deal with right. Alright, so you... Oh, there was a better way. There was a better way all along. Alright, so we'll come right here. We'll tap into this line. You can vent out here. Congratulations. Which means pick this up, and this up, and this up. That doesn't exist anymore because it goes around that way. Nice. Let's just leave these guys now. And this is going to be done differently because it has to come up way on the top if we're going to make a double, right? Good dino. Please do a circuit. Go for a walk. I guess we just embrace the chaos, right? We will conquer it for chaos. Right there, right there, right there, right there, and right there. And there's gonna be one like here-ish. No, you connect. Alright, so this is fine too. Now we just have this, which I'm pretty sure it's just a matter of being a little more efficient. Alright, that looks bad. I don't care. Alright, so we want let's set them up with ghosts, right? Seems like a good idea. So you now go right here. Bang. Obviously we don't have the chemical plants yet, but we will. We want to put this one like right here-ish. So we're not going to get another one, so we might as well use the space. Let's just do this and suffer, right? It's the new Netflix and chill. Do this and suffer. Alright, so acid gas is doing something weird. We're just gonna pretend that's okay, right? The delusion is strong. The delusion will keep you going through hard times. The delusion is in fact your friend. It looks terrible what I'm doing here. This is not a sign of someone who is still on the plan. But it's gonna work, right? Of course it's gonna work. And this all isn't right. Like this and this and this and do that. Right? And then that doesn't even need to exist. There we go. Now all the acid gas you could ever want. Water's not hooked up though. So out is in the out. In is in the in. Water is not behaving. So this one mighty pump jack is barely keeping up. We may in fact be overtaxing it by adding more, but we'll see. Alright, 6 chemical plants. Such is the nature of the task in front of... Oh, we're running the wrong way. Over here and now down. So the chemical plant, yes? Needs simple circuit boards. And likely a whole lot of other stuff. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Why do I have dried broad in my inventory? I know the answer is because I'm cursed, but, like, sometimes you just have to say, why is this happening to me? I do not deserve any of this. I am but a victim here. What is it you want from me? Pipe? I don't have any pipe here, unfortunately. It was exactly what it wanted. Now we make a whole lot of pipe. Great. While we're doing that, let's distribute some of these things what we do not love. Like this. Where am I going to get rid of the tree seedling? We're beyond the point of having tree forestries around to absorb pollution. I have to come back in here. I need to make a barrel. Oh, here you go. Here, take this thing. Take this. I want to rip it into very small pieces later. Yeah, that doesn't sound like you're a complete psychopath or anything. But you just don't tell them what I do with the bees. Don't tell them about the ponies and the bees. You're good. Everything is going good here. Out of silver, because it was an overflow product here. And that doesn't seem to be overflowing anymore. Problem city right here. I suppose the next thing I can do is queue up what I'm doing after this. I think I have to, if I'm going to do bedding, I have to make a formaldehyde delivery mechanism. Oh, I'm going to need those barrels. So I'm going to need a couple more barreling machine. One barreling machine. I'm going to need two eventually. But a sudden thought hits me. I can make the I don't like how thin this line is. Ooh. Not on wood, please. A thin wood line suggests problems. Yeah, we don't have enough power coming in here. Ooh. Ooh. Is this what I'm doing next? Do I need to... Well, I know what I would need to do. And let's just do it, right? Oh. Okay, let's do the sulfuric thing first. Then we'll deal with our wood problem. We have to remove a large consumer. The capacity... Why? Why, I ask you? Why? Why? Tailing's full? That's usually what happens, right? It's flowing freely. What is going on here? Well, I know we're skimming a lot right here, and that could be a contributing factor. But everything seems to be going. I guess that really is the answer right there. We're skimming off half of our material in order to have a stockpile of it. So, okay. Normal operation, if not entirely pleasant to watch operation. Oh, and they're going to whine about power, too. That dinosaur is going to have to just figure itself out. Alright, fine. I'll help. Why aren't you all going? You have everything you need. Oh, and I need to go get gas. There we go. Oof. You're missing acid gas. I thought I took care of it. Oh, I guess I never did, eh? Guess I just trusted to the good Lord to provide. And, he didn't come through this time. We don't like talking about those times, but they do happen. Right there. Of course, all these dinosaurs going to eat are now stuck. This is ugly. It's all so ugly. Alright, you can do it. Alright, so all these guys are going now. Whoosh. More acid. And the two questions in front of us is this enough acid? And is there enough acid gas? We are going to suspend judgment on that for a moment and go do that thing I just said I was going to do. That thing I was going to do, we're going to go do it. Involves coming down here to the blood atomizers who are consuming too much wood. That is the fundamental nature of the experience we have in front of us today. Bang, bang. Why do I have a whole box of raw coal here? Does anyone remember why this was ever a thing? I do not. Now we have gone beyond a wood belt economy, which is something I would like to express to this system. Dinosaur on the field. Dinosaur, go get yourself something to eat. Store food. Dinosaur, go way the heck up to wood box. And I need you to put additional stress on wood box. Oh, I never like seeing that. I want to see it full. And I want you to empty your cargo here. Right there. Okay, go do that. Meanwhile, you might say, oh ho, you are off by one again. You have been fooled by the height of the building for an additional time. Ho ho! So very dumb. But I reply, nay. I planned for this. Because this will now stop up this belt when this arrives, and then this will start to back up, and we will have a buffer, and we will be using both here. Alright, so once again, better question mark, different yes. Now we slide back again, we dump off our melamine, go look at sulfuric acid, which was up farther, not here, not here. Over here, with the pipes on the walkway. So we're all still going, huh? Acid gas pressure is falling, but and sulfuric acid pressure is building. So sulfuric. Okay, sulfur right there. Look, we have increased production by quite a chunk, actually. 50%, more than 50%? Like 60%, something like that. Consumption is keeping pace for the moment. It may very well trickle off. You know? It rises to a peak and then falls. That happens. But it looks like we are still at peak consumption, or very close. Well, maybe not. It's hard to say. Now acid gas is going to become our bottleneck, and I think I just leave that for right now. Refined syngas is going strong. Copper is not a problem anymore, so it's probably. I wish I could see if these buildings were going better. Like, there's no reason to think they wouldn't be going, but I need better indication of activity. Like, this occasional puff of steam is not enough. It's hard, you just can't tell with a glance. I need at least like a light on somewhere. And if it's just a light, I can't tell if one is off because they're all on, because we can't see it all working in the positive case. So, yeah, this needs a little more help. But we are definitely running ahead of acid gas production right now, and it's not so shameful. That's, you know, a variety of fine for the moment anyway. until we stop being able to produce artillery shells, at which point it becomes substantially less fine. Maybe I should check and see if there's any better way to make acid gas. I know ultimately it comes from a rums, but that's a very long way away. Let's go over to artillery land. What are we doing here? Lots of fatty acids. Let's go poke our head in and see how the brain cartridges are doing. Oh. Going pretty well. The new fetal serum maker doing its job, huh? Nice. So it looks like we are just barely keeping pace here, which is fine. We are expending them at half the rate at which we are making them, so being a little off is okay. So we're making shells, that's for sure. Supplying this dino. Oh look, now we're full up on explosives. What's our problem now? Our problem is we have no problem. We are making artillery shells to the best of our current ability. Alright, success. And the only reason why we don't have a big pile of party favors right here is because dinosaurs are taking them to work with them. Alright, so the next big arc we have is mechanical parts 2. This unlocks a lot of buildings that will support everything going forward for the factory that's yet to come. I've resigned myself to having to do this, and it's going to be a lift. The biggest lift is electronics parts number Mach 2 here. Strange how it doesn't require electronics Mach 1. Usually they do. I'm always happy not to see a telescoping recipe, but it's also a little strange and unsettling when it doesn't happen. Anyway, the things that stand out here is I'm going to have to make epoxy. I don't got it. I don't even have the precursors for it. I have none of that. I don't got that. The rest I got, though. I have this in insufficient amounts. The rest I got, though. And this is... yeah, that I can do. Alright, so I can make epoxy at some point. Epoxy is good for lots of stuff, so I should deal with it anyway. Meanwhile, I don't have enough MOSFETs, and that's because I don't have enough doped silicon. And that has a relatively available solution in that just triple production right here. Look how it's backlogged. We are backed up right here. I can none of like. All right, rant incoming. I do not like modules. I think modules are dumb. I think modules should be addressed by better or different buildings, not by little chips you plug into other buildings. The reasons why modules do not work is because of what we're seeing right here. Where is the productivity module? You can't put it in. It's been banned. It's been banned because the productivity module is, quite frankly, too good, and it has to be too good, or else the entire module system doesn't work, like as a concept. So, if the mechanic has to be baited with something that is so very, very good, it is undeniable. That's productivity. And if it is so good, you have to essentially ban it in places because it will trivialize parts of the game. It just means you have a bad system. I would like nothing more than to see modules completely exit the game. I do not think they help. I do not think they're good. I do appreciate how Arendel's mod forced their use and required their use and crafted all the recipes and the rates around how much productivity you can get, and then had a whole productivity ladder when it came to the modules, so that it really paid off to hit the higher tiers. And that, when I say paid off, I said it made the higher tiers of the game possible to achieve. So it wasn't just something you, like, it was something you actually really and truly had to do and master. So it was it became a boss rather than something just there as nice to have. Fluidized bed reactor times 8. Let's write this down. Fluidized bed reactor times 8. Destructive column, destructive times 4. Burner times 8. Foundry times 8. Is there any better way to do this? We want to make electronic grade silicon. Electronic grade silicon, right here. You are made... No, there is no better way to do it. Suffer. Alright, understood. Suffering, engaged. So we're just going to go build a whole bunch of buildings, right? So let's go get a shed. Dump a whole bunch of stuff in here. All this stuff doesn't... Oh, I was going to do the formic acid thing, but I didn't do that. Just all this goes in here. Alright, good. Now, where to start? Probably fluidized bed is most advanced. Fluidized bed in quantity 8, please. So I need a bunch of stone. I need stone in quantity 350. I need a bunch of pipe. My life would be better if I went and got a whole lot more pipes. That's a long walk to the other side of the factory. But I guess gotta do it, right? At least while we're here, we'll check out how production is going. Oh, we are. Oh, we're not full up. What are we blocked on? Seaweed. That's actually a problem I should address. That is a problem I can address. See, this is a problem here too. It's all a problem. So, question is, how will I choose to solve this problem? Will I do it in barbarian style? Will I do it in elegant engineer style? I think we all understand how I roll in these situations. Caravan, get out here. You got a job. Your job is not a complex one, but a long one. Get food, get seaweed. I'm really not liking how I'm not seeing a whole lot of seaweed right here. And it's not coming over here too. So we got a seaweed crisis right now. I have to go up and look at that. So I want you to empty your cargo in right here. This may be why we're not seeing a lot of seaweed on the seaweed line right now. Byakua's, oh, and I don't have the proper stuff. You know? I emptied my inventory. Okay, we'll fix / make this work worse. Like, there might not be enough seaweed on the seaweed line because there is no seaweed production. It might not be a pressure issue. It might be, in fact, a production issue. Which I can at least go look at, I suppose, to learn its name. I'm getting many levels of distracted right here. But such is the name of the game, yeah? Yeah. So, up here in Seaweed Land, are we happy? No. Saline problem. Why? Oh, it got hit. It really did. It got hit. Do I have a barreling facility on me? The caravans area got hit. The barreling facility got hit. I can make one. I can fix it. I can fix it. Yeah, alright, so this just underlines that I really, really do have to completely envelop that. I don't have any bots on me. This is so ill-conceived. On multiple levels, this is... Oh, wow, look at this. Ho ho. Oh, and the mine died. And I can't just whip one of those up. Yeah. Yeah. Guess we know what we have to do next, right, boys? We have to solve this issue. I don't think I'm going to have enough artillery shells. I mean, maybe by the end of the episode, right? Okay. Oh, it was a bit more than I thought. Alright. Well, the center held. That's good. This just proves again that pushing out to this point was absolutely critical and needed to be done. But I am again many levels of indirection deep right now. I am not sure what I should be doing next. So we run this way. Then we have to pick up a lot of our gear. We have to make a big salt mine. We gotta get our bots back. We have to address this issue. Alright, so bots, pipe, you, more hands maybe, more power lines maybe, no, barreling facility. I don't know if we ever overflow or underflow. Now we need to make a big salt mine. Or just a salt mine. It's not actually big. We were going to go get stuff to make pipe. The world repeats and it rhymes. Oh, you. No. Bang bang. Alright, salt mine. No, salt mine. Also, oh, wow, no, just no. Here, let me help. Salt. It's making small parts? No, please don't. There we go. That is more reasonable. Alright, let us haul ourselves northward and repair this and then steel our hearts for what we must do. We must go and we must push them back at any cost. We have to make sure they understand that the territory of the factory is not to be trespassed on, and that this is in fact my salt lick. I need it, I like it, you may not have it. It is my salt lick. So up here, okay, we'll fix you. We were never set up properly. We were an experimental one. We're even out of bullets. That's probably the dinosaur that's waiting for artillery shells right now. Alright, let's set this back up. Yeah. I hope they choked on it. And the salt mine's not here. You just empty out, and eventually I will come back and I will remove you. Probably when I rip all of this down, when it all marches gloriously forward. But come on, handcrafting, so slow. We're almost at bedding. We're gonna get that done this episode. How long are we in? We're only a half hour in. Oh, I feel like I'm making good progress this episode. And bam. Oh, did you lose a whole bunch of containers too? Uh-oh. What is it? Not container, canister. Alright, good. I have enough. Oh, and I also have to actually probably use this right now. Because bots are about to go on protest strike. Yeah, they were completely out. Alright. Outsy insies. And try to make sure that the mine has 5 at the end. You know? Oh, you're firing? They're trying to expand. They never give up. Cockroaches, I tell ya. No, that wasn't the right button to push. Yeah, here's the wave. But this is why it's here. Because you have to defend the border. It is just a reality. The border must... Boom. Yeah, you keep trying to settle those. See how it gets you. Right there. And you have 5 in you. Good. There are no problems. So, let's now distribute this to our favorite bot buddies. I really should get more of these. I'm very sad that there's no denser fuel. Just none. Doesn't exist. You have to level up to a different gear category entirely. Which, you know, is coming eventually, but I want it now. Alright, so saline pressure is returning. The world is returning to balance. Alright. So what were we doing? I had set up a seaweed delivery system. I was going to walk to the other side of the base. That was what I was up to. I was walking to the other side of the base, and then I was going to get a whole bunch of pipe. However, I didn't make it to the other side of the base because I realized seaweed was low, just like I walked by the wood line and I saw that wood was a problem. Are we now out of acid gas? Alright, we can evaluate our true situation right now. Sulfuric. Oh, how is this so low? How can you dip down far past what we used to be? That doesn't make any sense. Like, that says the source of acid gas has clipped off. And it's refined syngas. And that ain't it. Oh, here we go. We had eaten our way entirely through the sulfur. All the sulfur. How much sulfur? All of it. And there's no one here waiting? How is this... How is what I'm seeing real? I'd concentrated every sulfur mine in the factory to this point. This one, not that one, it's used over there. This one over here. Is it just not enough sulfur overall? Do I have to take a sulfur mine? Are there any sulfur mines within reach? Right there, and I'm coming for it, but not soon. Huh. Huh, he says. What's this? Oh, that's I'm a scanning location. I'm a doing the scanning. So, this is kind of shocking. Oh, here's a delivery boy. You are not trying to deliver. So we ran out of sulfur at one point. I guess that's cool, right? I guess that's really great. I like this. I'm glad it happened. It was a good thing that that happened. This is now working. This is working good. Ah. Probably need an upgrade. The best I can offer you is just more hands right now. It's like you could use an upgrade. Why is this even a thing where we're waiting? Need better hands on all this, but it's fine. Extraction complete, right? Alright, so this guy hasn't even shown up. We have to go back this way to this way. And input priority from the left, I suppose. And you try to relieve pressure on the factory. We really do need to use better hands to do this right, but I guess I'm just not doing it right, eh? Okay. Accepted. Just move. Oh wait, gotta get rid of this bone meal. Where are you, bone meal maker? It's over here, I guess. Oh no, it got removed, right? Because we moved to Ulrich's, and it was never, it like literally stood on that ground. Yeah, we're probably having a whole lot of problems because of seaweed right now. Hopefully the mine being knocked offline is repairable damage. This is why you have to constantly expand your foreign holdings, because you become dependent on them and then you need more. Science stopped? Science is kind of stopped. I hate how hard it is to see whether these are working or not. So it looks like we're at 5 per, which is quite low. And that is because, because iron is low, because we stole half the production. I suppose we can go look at that, right? See if that's getting better. Should be getting better. Oh, like, no, that's aluminum, excuse me. Like, it should simply work its way out of the system, right? We absconded with half of the production. Just bin it to be used in uranium processing. But seeing as how that is a rare and finite event, we should be... What is this? What is this? It's not... Is this urea? I don't want to touch it if it's urea. I would think it would be done by now, though. So, we had theorized that we were slow because this box was filling. But now this box has filled. Yay, it is filled. Now, we can't vent either of our products. We are moving ahead full steam. So do we need more of these? No water. Oh, that will put a crimp in your day. Pump jack. Oh, we can make one. Nice. It's always just a miracle, an outright miracle, when you can make a pump jack when you need it. But no water. Wow. That's a problem. Problem without a very good solution, given how far inland we are. So, oh, I had 2 pump jacks. Alright. Well, we will implement a institutional fix then. And right here, no, don't do that. There's a whole lot of don't do that's around here. Why are you, oh, you're a mixed power line, that's why. Right here. Yeah, this is a good place. Pump jacks. Help me, pump jacks. We are so thirsty. Here we go. You're now added 600 water a second into the system. I am deeply unsure whether that is enough, or if it's actually going to make it over here. We'll see. Now you've got water. Now you've got water. You've got enough water to move. You're both moving. You're moving. You don't really have the water. Don't have the water. Maybe it will build up. Alright, I gotta not look at this. I have to put my head down and focus on the problem in front of me. And that's expanding silicon processing. And then we'll try to deal with this water issue, because it is doubtless not solved. Like that cute little thing I did with the two pump jacks right there, that is not going to be enough. We're going to need to actually go and just stomp this flat. That means putting in a battery about 8 pump jacks, I think. So let's add that to our shopping trip. 8 pump jacks. Probably do this first. They aren't ingredients in anything. Hey, Stone Boy. I need to relieve you of your burden. Alright, so it's time to build factory. 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 Pump jack. For you, we need intermetallics. We're going to go grab a block of you. Right here. We got 2 of you, actually. Pump jack. It's only 5. Now I need more iron plate. No problem. I can help you. Pump jack. 1, 2, 3. Alright, now we are all the way back to fluidized bed reactors. We need 80s. And there's 4. We're just going to go through all of this, aren't we? The answer is yes. Fluidized. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, good. That's done. Destructive distillation. Destruction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Advanced foundry. Foundry. Right there. For which we need bricks. Big sad face. We can go get bricks pretty easily now. The world is improved. Doesn't always only get worse. It only mostly only gets worse. Foundry. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Probably shouldn't be telling it to make cable. And we need 4 more. Let's go help it out. Foundry. 1, 2. Now we need more stone. I knew this was going to be very stone intensive. Bang, bang, bang. Foundry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, now we just need the burners to keep them burning. Burner. You're gonna need more stone. Understood. Got it. Compliance. That might be too much stone. Burner. Burner's a primitive one, right? No, not that primitive. Burner. 1, 2, 3. Good. Alright, so you guys go here except for you and you. You're cool. Everyone else get in my pockets. Oh. I can't pick it up. I got too many hands. Can't pick it up. Too much stone. Go fix that. Bang, 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 bang. scoop up the shed. Great. Now we will go and we will expand this part of our factory. Oh, we actually have a backup now. This problem got solved. Alright, let's do this, guys. We'll do it from top to bottom. It's probably most natural. I want you. I want you. And it's like, just slam it in, right? This is correct, yeah? How does this work? Because I'm gonna need a thing, and the thing is not available on this last one. Oh, I see what's going on. You just go right there, and you don't need that. Alright. Alright. Understood. Got it. And I just slam it in right there. I'm very glad I put this line in, so we now have all the hydrogen chloride we need. Probably going to have to do all of this up here in greater amounts. I'm under no illusions I'm finished with this. That's fine. Delusions can be fun sometimes. Then there's expanding factory production. And that's serious business. SRS BZNS. Dude, try not to be an embarrassment. It is difficult, I know. How are you not getting, Oh, I see how. I see why it's not doing it. Because I am not allowing it. Go. Glad I picked up an enormous amount of pipes. There. Bottleneck be gone. Now we have our new bottleneck. We're going to have to interrupt the fetal serum line here. That's okay. Because we just gotta do this, right? We kind of need to do the entire thing, right? So you go right there, and then you go right there. We have natural vias here, but let's leave an explicit via. Fetal serum connected again. Oh, there's pressure here. It's actually kind of bad, isn't it? Here. That means this isn't going. This means you're not going. No fatty acids. No fatty acids implies no oleochemicals. That could only mean no, I'm gonna run out of belt. That's not cool. No oleochemicals. Let's not take a pause. Let's keep doing what we're doing here. No oleochemicals is almost certainly... I have so much lard though. That's absolutely not going to be the problem. You lying to me, man. That is not the problem. You a lying, man. Just not enough throughput? No, I don't believe that either. What? What could it be? I guess it has to be no lard. That doesn't make sense for where we are in life. Alright, so this is all going good. And now we gotta triple this. And the same laws of via apply. What are these things? Get them away from me. No, I say. Nay, I say. I shall not. Oh, we're gonna have to interrupt this line at several points. I shall not concede to letting this happen to me. And steam line has to be restored at some point. I suppose I should be patient. I suppose I should just let them work. I suppose I should concentrate on fixing one problem before I run screaming off over another problem. That's not really my style, is it? God. That commenter who told me about shift clicking to force a blueprint into place, absolute saint. An absolute living saint. Alright, so, first and most important, right, is it gonna be this. You get that, you get that, you get that, you get that, you get that. Everyone gets fed. This is about the extent of what we can usefully do, right? Alright, now we have to get in the product, which is going to be harder because it involves, how does the product get in here? Trichlorosilane. Oh, it doesn't, because I haven't done it. It has to come in from above. Oh, and yeah, Satan made this. Right. So you have to go in right there. Go in right there. You go in right there. I remember this. I remember Satan ruling over this cursed earth. In many ways, we're still there, right? Why aren't I outputting this properly? Shouldn't I be worried about success? Apparently I'm not. Apparently I'm very, very, very confident that I don't need to worry about belts at all. That is not so, eh? Forever we are held hostage to the tyranny of the belt. Bang, 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 bang. There, right there, right there. Alright, so we are not done. Are you just very... Oh, you're all coming up to temperature. Alright, you're in, you're in, you're in, you're in, you're in, urea. And now, out. Because we have to get this out, and that's gonna suck. Just plain suck. Just like that. We're gonna have to put them in by hand, right? I've kind of forgotten our previous disaster after this. It's amazing how every day is just disaster day in the factory. That there is consistently something terrible happening somewhere. But occasionally I get to blow things up, and that's cool. There you go, there you go, there you go. And there is our outline. You guys should be... I'll check back in on you. Don't get me wrong, this isn't... Are we out? No, we're not. Okay. This is not the last time I visit this side of the factory. Why do you have no trichlorosilane? You do. You do not. Oh, because you are not hooked into the system properly. No? Oh. Oh no. Oh. Oh no. At some point it went terribly wrong. And without flushing mechanics, this is going to be very difficult. Alright. Alright, we have caused ourselves a problem. It's like none of these ports should ever... Oh, I bet I used it right there. Right there. That's what I did right there. At least it was an input, right? Right there. Look at that. Right there. Are we done? Are we done? Oh, nice. Make rod. We are done. Alright. Fixed you. Fixed you. Uh-oh. Can't do that. Alright. Okay. Understood. Check this. No. Check this. Yes. Oh. We've got problems, I see. Problems without simple solutions. Well, this is a simple solution. This is a simple solution. Alright, so, stop flashing at me. I'll be there in a second. Get off my back, Dad. You're connected right. You are not connected right. You're connected right. You're connected right. You are connected. You are connected. You are connected. Okay, good. It's now you are stopped because you are not connected at all. And that's because you are in the position where things are terrible. There you go. Now you are going. Oh, and I might be trapped. Help me, bots. Carry me out of here like a cartoon villain. Carry me away. Are we actually going yet? Oh, you actually have to power? No, not even yet. Alright, flashy thing. We made bedding. We have to bottle formic acid. We have to haul it over. What we do next? What is our next goal? I had ideas about this. I wanted to get to next gen power. I wanted to get to, we've been switching off chemical science, not chemical science, chemical science, not chemical science. What was my next goal? Have I already spent too long thinking about it? Because I know the things I want are RoboPort. Right there. And this is, there's some work to do before we get here. Oh! It was aerial caravan. Oh, I can just research this now. I want to see what the giant flying whale things are. I have to get mechanical parts too to actually use them. Like, this is a major decision point. If these things work well, I will use them and not trains. If these things do not work well, the factory that is yet to come will be a train base. So we'll see how good these things are. And how this is expensive. This better go a long way. Anyway, the other thing is Gorbachev. Oh, and this is completely out of all high side 2 requirements as well. So how about power? It's like this is required, right? No. What are you? This is probably pretty cool, right? I should probably make these. I mean, I have all this stuff. But is there anything better? Like all this stuff. Are there any better goals? Do I need better guar in my life? It'll be quick. It'll be real dang quick. Maybe we do that simply because it's so quick, you know? Maybe we take some time. Oh, this is probably required too at some point. No, this is what we want. This is useful. This is our goal. Biomass power 2. It's a long way off, but it has requirements that have pi psi 2. So biomass power 2. It has exactly 1 pi psi 2 tech. Alright, so this is probably, no, it's got a couple more right here. No, these are all pi psi 2. Alright, so our previous gen techs that we will be doing will all revolve around getting biomass power up. And I should probably decide right now. So no oleochemicals, right? No oleochemicals. This means there can't be any lard over here. No lard. This does not make sense to me. Because we should have so much lard. No. No, you are on different business. Alright. Is everything finally going? Like, I know we just jammed in a lot straight in the middle of this production line. We're going to run into problems downstream and upstream. How fast are you? 8 seconds is not that fast. We're almost certainly going to have to put out another one of you, which we're just going to do now. You know, we will put in a token. Doesn't look like we are completely backed up. It looks like we're thinking about backing up. Alright. And we're probably going to have to make more just raw silicon as well. But we're overflowing on coal dust and pure sand now, so that's not a problem. We have to look and see why we don't have... We definitely have lard. It was backed up last time I was there. Do we not have nichrome? Ooh. Seaweed problem solved. Good. Alright, so I can definitely believe we don't have enough nichrome, but hey, we're actually out of lard. We are actually really and truly out of lard. Fuck moo. Oh, you're still suffering under the bedding problem. Yeah. Yeah, this is our core issue. How is Tritz doing? I don't know how to read this. I'm getting no useful information from that. Alright, so we have to do bedding. But before we do bedding, we have to deal with our water problem up at the processing area. We made a whole bunch of pump jacks. Let's go install them. That's 2,400 water per second. That is 2 water pumps dedicated. Yeah, I knew this was going to happen, didn't I? Do I just have to shut down the other particle accelerator? Kind of think I do. Or build out kerosene and put in more kerosene generators. That's also an option. I came up here for a reason. The reason was water, right? The water wars have started. No, we're full up on water. I would have thought we would have still been in crisis. Are in crisis there, but it is a crisis that we expect. So why aren't we seeing a full belt? I still don't trust any of this. I'm going to install these pump jacks with an underflow valve, and they're going to be here just providing capacity. And it'll be farther inland, I think. How's fertilizer doing? I should poke my head in here. It's completely full up. Fertilizer is doing gloriously, thank you. Ah, right here. This is the perfect place to put these. Right in the shadow of that titanium rock, which renders everything else around here just wasteland. You're making water, and you're making water. Face each other. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's alright. Oh, how do I power this? I guess I have to make a little space on the inside. Okay, that's fine. I will do this thing. There you go. And now an interflow valve. Now this way. Get you into the main water rail. Perhaps we will not. Perhaps we will not do that thing. Okay, where are you? There we go. We actually did it without picking up any nexolite. What is virtuous? Alright, so water problems shouldn't exist. That doesn't mean they will not exist in the future. So are we doing better here? Is the world a better place? I mean, I'm not sure we're kind of at max production. Yeah, we're kind of at max production. Maybe this is just where we live now. Alright, fine. What am I doing now? Formic acid. We were going to do a thing. We were going to do this thing. Barreling facility. Right here. Because we need barrels. And I don't want to make barrels. We will empty these barrels what we have. I probably need faster hands, right? There. Alright, this works. This is logical. This is something that a perfectly sane human being would do. Alright, so sulfuric acid. Oh, do them in waves. Ah, life is suffering. Give me the rest. Bang. Alright, empty those for use. I will return. Do not think you've seen the last of me. We make formic acid right here. And I am one block over. We make formic acid here. Formic acid is completely full up. We don't really have room for a proper barreling facility here, do we? I think the nearest opportunity is over there, I think. Which means I guess we go over there, right? And then drag the formic acid over. Yeah, like right here. How are we doing? Stuff. Still not making enough sulfuric. We are just barely hanging on. Why do we have sulfuric here? Oh, acid gas. Alright, got it. Over here. There we go. There we go. Looks like we're gonna have to put a bespoke one in. Alright. We have space here for a barreling facility. Even though it's just awkward shoving it in right here. Just plain awkward, but whatever. Such is the way of the factory. Here. And then out will be on the bottom. In on the top, out on the bottom. Right? I mean, it is wrong to expect encouragement when one is doing something like this. At the same time, this is going to work, right? It's going to be okay, right? And the Lord spake, no. You idiot. This is not going to work out. In fact, look at this. How are we going to even do this? Guess we gotta go through. Okay. The reward for your sins is limestone in the inventory and a pox upon your face, so that all might know you have sinned. I suppose taking out of primary supply is okay. There we go. Formic acid coming over. Let us now go get barrels, right? Which means time to dump my worldly possessions off to the side. Hopefully these barrels have been emptied out. Yes. This entire thing is correct now. Oops. Was correct. Now is correct again. So, great. Fill up. We have formic acid barrels. Great. Now we have to figure out what's going on with bedding. We want to make a lot more bedding. But the problem is, we need biofax. We have a bunch of those, so good. So, if I remember right, the wood processing plants currently handle it, but we have to go to biofax in order to make the next factory, the next level of it. We really need more moose. I should probably go kick the moosaur. We'll go over there next. Why are we stopped? It is an illusion. Oh, why are we empty? I don't like seeing this. We're consuming at rate of production. Conga line. Boom. High five. High five. High five. That's why are you going back? When you're full. Does this... Oh, I bet it's broken over there, and it's causing them to constantly cycle. I bet there's a lot of that. What was I doing? I was going down here. This is why I ended up on this side of the base. We're heading over this way. Okay, alright, sorry, brain just completely seized up. I don't like seeing this. This is a seaweed problem, right? Or at least was. Yeah. This is an agar problem. Oh, and we had a delivery of manure bacteria. So it's like, oh, why is this empty? No depolymerized organics? Noted. Noted. It's not critical yet, but no depolymerized organics is bad. Let's just stick that one in the back of our head and try to remember that. Here, take this. Take this away. Okay. So, our problem, right? These guys, slow. These guys, using a poor recipe. We want to use this recipe right here. The better recipe. More bedding. Double the bedding. Double the bed. All you have to do is add formic acid. Problem. I think these are of different dimensions, right? So we gotta pick all this stuff up. Probably shouldn't have done quite that, right? It was likely a little excessive. There is showing dominance, and then there is going full Genghis Khan on their asses, and that is... It's not polite. How about that? The full Genghis is something you save for special occasions, or those you really, really love. Let's pick up all this stuff. Remember when I banished the dried grod from my inventory? It's back. Alright. So. this central area is probably still fine, right? Now we have to deal with the biofacts. Right here. You need to make bedding. And bedding goes here. So there's your bedding. You also need stuff from here. So great. You're going to need gas. So that's probably going to come from a line like this, right? You know, do it like that. Do this like that. Then we had a belt on the outside. Why'd I do this? Why was I so excessively dumb? This way. Great. And that was where the grod came in, right? So wood leaves, yeah. Okay. So that works out. And so this is still not going to be running 24/7 because I don't have enough aloe leaves coming in. And that is our primary bottleneck right now. Now it's a little bigger. I have to move this other junction. Not sure I like this, but I also can probably live with it, right? So input priority from the right, I think. So you come over like so. You come up like so. And over like so, right? This is good. Can I fit my system right here? I certainly can. Even snuggle it in like this. Then right here. Caravan. Dinosaur. Need you to do a thing for me. I want you to go get food at the snack bar. Store food. I want you to go up to the oh, we're gonna have to do a complicated thing. So it's right here. I want you to empty your cargo because you're gonna be carrying barrels on your way back. Then I want you to go right here and I want you to fill cargo. That's your I want you to come here and I want you to empty cargo. And I want you to come here and I want you to fill your cargo. And then after you fill your cargo, I want you to go store food. So like this should be perfectly good life for a dino, right? So off you go. Go handle that. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. There. And now we will put in our special sauce, right? Our special sauce for the new bedding recipe is formic acid. You may think, isn't that toxic in strong enough doses? And I'll reply, no, get out of my restaurant. So 2 maybe more than 2. Can't remember how this goes. I do know that goes like that. Then out. Hopefully this works. Yeah. Alright, so you need that and that. And what else? That and that. And same thing, different machine. Take all of this out of my inventory. I do not want it. Have some grod. I love you. Alright, so now we have to deal with the bedding issue. This guy's doing way too... Oh, he's making a delivery. He is doing way too much, but he actually came through in the end. Alright, so we're only waiting on the gasosaur, the formic acidosaur, to come back. Why do that? Why do that? Why do anything? Alright, there we go. So, once Mr. Formic Acid is back, he just dropped off, like, what, 800 aloe leaves? And that's 40 cycles? No. 400 cycles? No. 40 cycles? No. 200 cycles? No. It's like 280. 800 divided by 5. 260. Alright, there you go. I can do math. 60 cycles, that's times 4 bedding. And then times 4. And that's really not enough. 640 bedding off of all this. That is not enough, friends. These guys are hungry for more. This guy wants 1,000. This guy right here wants 400. There's probably more on the other side of him. We need more aloe leaves. This is going to be a help, but I don't think it's going to be the final solution that we crave. Alright. Problem. Bedding. Solution. Use the best recipe. Right. Problem. Aloe leaves. Aloe leaves. What? No leaves? Well, okay, take the seeds. The seeds are used for aloe. Aloe then goes into yotoi leaves. Excuse me. How to make yotoi leaves? Essentially, it's only with processing yotoi aloe. How to make yotoi aloe? Well, you gotta get another recipe, right? Aloe. This is just make everything faster, which I can do. Like this goes from crafting speed to 0.12. Crafting speed is 0.12 and doesn't like double electricity or something. It's going fine. I'm going the wrong way. Could just scale out, you know? Alright, here we go. You are all making yotoi aloe as fast as you can, and you are base... Here, come with me. Your base is... Crafting speed is 0.12. So why would I put the next level building in? Why would I do that? Does it have more mod slots and it just doesn't tell me? I only get to find out? What? I just have to build it to find out? It uses a lot more electricity. Man, it's quite expensive. But just on its face, it looks like there's no reason to do this. Like this one's 0.12 too. It makes less it eats more pollution, so that's great. Oh, and the next aloe recipe, aloe level 2 is far away. It's not even in the chemical science tier. Ooh. Ooh, I say. That's bad. That's super not great. So I'm really hard stuck on this bottleneck. Well, I suppose I could try the building just to see if there's a rational reason for it existing. But it may not be. Yeah. Suffer. Suffer. It's like we are maxed out and there is nothing we can do about this. Suffer. So I gotta put down another plantation, eh? It requires seeds and then just normal stuff, and it's slow. And I can't get next level recipes. Hello? Ah, hello, hello? Because this is beyond my reach. So I can only scale up with buildings. Oh, it arrived. Oh, good. It's working. So you're making bedding. Bedding's coming around. I think we should be making bedding at twice the rate of before. And who knows, maybe this is enough, you know? Make it at 180 a minute. Before we make it 90 a minute. Exactly double, as one would expect. We're going to burn through all this, and then whoever doesn't have what they need has to go away. Like, this guy's almost satisfied. What are you going to go do this with? Are you like pooping ogs or something? Do I have to cut this out? Like, just, it's too expensive to use the bedding recipe because of how expensive aloe leaves are. So he's done. And so this is the Augs finally filling up. And it's just not going to be enough off this because this is going to run out. I wonder if it'll make me feel better if I connected the leaves directly up to the bedding factory. Alright. I think we're getting pretty close to done, right? Yeah, just straight into the poop and Augs. That is to make manure. Maybe I should just back off this recipe. We're out of mushrooms because of no bedding, because of no manure. Alright, we're backing off of this. It's too much. So much less, but it's... we can't support it right now, I think. I would rather have it actually producing something than stuck forever, right? Alright, so with this in mind, that we have reverted to a more primitive, less virtuous state. Just gonna put all this in here. I don't want to deal with any of you right now. You need to be stopped. You will be stopped by brute force. You will wait here until the caravan has far more bedding than you can provide. See? So he'll just get stuck there. Manure. We're using this recipe, right? It takes 3 bedding each. I guess the next step up is to use better Augs and actually breed those up. Alright, at least some manure is coming in. This means I have to change this recipe back. Because this is using the manure recipe and it's just not going to work out. So you need to go back to using normal mushroom recipe. Which is a disappointment. Some of these recipes are traps. They really are. The higher level recipes. Simply traps. Why are you standing here? Didn't we have this problem before? Yeah, you are stuck at... How does this even happen? Does it not fit? How do you get stuck here? Yeah, I don't get it. It should be completely full. Oh, because this is not checked. Because that is not checked, this can't be checked. It is a programming error. For some reason, that got unchecked. And so he's just in charge of bringing over whatever maneuver he can. Which is a way of doing things. So Fagua. Yeah, we have fallen off hard because of manure issues. Alright. Okay, we're gonna see if these can supply one entire tower block. Just going normal. Maybe we'll work on better augs at some point. Maybe not. That's all disheartening. I don't like it when there's a new recipe and I go to use it and it turns out to be so much worse. Oh, but we had a delivery here. And we're out of beds. Didn't I have to check here to see if this was... Oh, it's not. It's just doing seeds. Is that rational? I don't know. It's probably on purpose. Well, something will start kicking up again because we just delivered a whole bunch of muck moose. And I think I'm kind of at the end. The only thing that will keep me playing right now is if... I really wish I knew why this was so sparse. We should be filling up by now, you know? Alright, the only thing that can keep me playing is having a glut of artillery shells. Where are you going? Oh, they were just never here? It says bow before me. The vat brain says bow before me. That's... I love it even more. Why can't I use that as my primary lab? Why can't I do that? That'd be better. I would... Oh, it says bow before me. That's so very great. Just absolutely tremendously great. I love the vat brain. Yes, I pledge my allegiance to vat brain. It will lead the way. Okay, so here we're finally getting... We do have leaf production. It's just not enough. Oh, what did we just click on? Oh, there's two dinos here. I mistakenly thought that it was a problem with throughput, when in fact it is a problem with a resource bottleneck. Maybe I'm being too hasty in moving away from the old method of manure method of manure generation. And that I've just doubled all of this, so maybe... Why aren't you going? We're out of formic acid? For real? For real? Well, let's go see how that's going. I guess it requires 2 barrels per, and it's moving at a pretty good clip. I'm not going to drag a pipeline down from here up to here. I suppose it also goes in here somewhere. So it's not, like, completely insane. It's just mostly completely insane. You know? Alright, science is going slowly. We're still suffering from iron problems. Vat brain is going. We're out of vat brain cartridges. Don't tell the vat brain I said that. Formic acid is coming. So it's about on par with the aloe at this point. If I see bedding back up, I might go to the old method of... the new method of manure generation. But for the moment, I don't believe it. That's the problem. I simply do not believe. But what is nice is this solid line of muckmoo contributions. We're still heavily lard bound. Wow. It's like it's shut off there for a while completely. Heavily, heavily lard bound. Well, this is a first order member of the factory right now, so we're no longer overflowing into glycerol. Its lard needs love too. So over here, then we're gonna go check on the laughter factories. So we're not processing Zapirs. I would love to process Zapirs. That's because we're not processing arthropod blood. We aren't processing arthropod blood. Why would that ever be an issue? Trits, of course, are being processed, but not at a huge rate. I thought we established a mechanism for absorbing arthropod blood. Now that is no longer the most precious substance in the factory. It is right here, in fact. Are we just not doing it fast enough? Oh, electricity is a major problem. Alright, alright. Okay, I'm shutting off the other particle accelerator. And I suppose the burning problem for next episode is just more power. I have to put on kerosene generators, I guess, and maybe get more crude oil. That will be the nature of the beast. We'll just assume I'm going to need more crude oil, so I'll do that first. And then put on a whole bank of kerosene generators. And hopefully that will solve things in the short term. Before I can get to mechanical parts and do it properly. Alright, you're done. You're just done. And the other one isn't going, right? The other one isn't going, right? Okay, good. So, I imagine we're shuddering even with this. This is too much. We need more power. Even with it being offline. Yeah, look at this. This is I am taking all the power and more right here. No good, my friends. Alright, let's... Oh, we're out of belt. It's also no good. Even if I wanted to go build another embassy, I don't have the parts on me right now. Which is shameful. So, let's see. What do we have over here? We see all of this is stopped for various reasons. I want you to go make a delivery. Continuity is important. We are processing all this. We have enough artillery shells to go play a game. Alright. I need to go get materials for this, unfortunately. We're gonna go put up another embassy, and that's gonna be it for today. Sounds good. Glad it sounds good. This next embassy is going to have the goal of protecting the salt mine, obviously. So we'll run all the way back to core base. Actually, we'll go check bedding again too. Yeah, I should be... No, I'm not going to do embassies. Instead, I'm going to do arthropod blood, and then I'm going to wrap up. Yeah, that's a good idea. That is not a better use of my time, but more efficient allocation of the time I have left. Which is, you know, Factorio in a nutshell right there. Is this really the best thing I could do with my hours here on this earth? Ground. This is going as well as can be expected. It's not a bottleneck. Stop caring about it. Let's go look at moose first. We were just looking at moose. We will go look at moose again. We like looking at moose. Moose are happy creatures. And we are still stuck on bedding. So this is going to take a while to actually work its way through the system, right? Maybe. Let's go check bedding now. Oh, there's other things over here that were broken. What was up with the Sarcoris depolymerized organics? That got blown completely out of my skull. Now we are out of formic acid. Didn't expect this to be a bottleneck. You almost have enough. There, you do have enough. Are you the only one in line here? You are. And you are for manure. So, I want you to just go and get stuck. Just go and get stuck. There, look, we have no one waiting. There is no line for bedding. Then we'll deal with the manure problem later. I've suddenly remembered depolymerized organics are apparently not a thing in this factory anymore. So let's go figure that out. And then arthropod blood, and then wrap. Man, this feels kind of an exhausting day, I have to say. No depolymerized organics. We make depolymerized organics over here on the false belt line, over by all of the prostate. And the only reason we shouldn't have this is not enough biomass, right? Yeah. We have the liquid manure. We don't have enough biomass, or did not have enough biomass. So it looks like we used to get by with it coming over from here. You know, this used to be keeping this one going. But now that's not happening anymore because we're being too efficient with all of the materials. Alright, so we need to regenerate this biomass line at some point. I declare this point right here. Right here. Dinosaur, get out here. You have a job to do, my friend. It is a simple job for a simple sore. Store food. Go up here to the biomass depot, right there, which is full of biomass. Fill your cargo. Come right here, empty that cargo. Do this forever. Now we will use good inserters in order to make a full belt biomass that's going to come off of this. Full biomass belt. Everyone already knows how this is going to go, right? And then right here, I honestly think we should input priority from the left and back this sucker up. I don't know if that's going to actually have... Well, this goes... Oh, this joins in the wrong place because this is a waste line. No, this is the wrong place to do this. Right there is a useful line. I just shoved it into a... it'll just head straight for a vent, and I don't want that. So input priority from... I don't know. I don't know which one should have priority here. Here, let's evaluate this. Alright. Okay. Set this up. Set that up. Alright, so it comes over this way. I'm pretty sure this is just a waistline, right? Let's follow, follow, follow. Follow this line. It goes all the way up here, and yes, it is just a waistline. Well, okay, yes. So, this line should be disrespected. It's an overflow venting line, essentially. So, I guess, do I want this to back up? Do I want this to be used? Because if this backs up, it's just going to go out and vent. So, input priority should be from the right, this side here. Because if it ever goes this way, it's to the vent. So this is already stuff doomed to waste if we do not use it now. Alright, that is correct. And this should handle our depolymerized organics problem. Because it will get to this point, we will have a much healthier stream going in, and much more will be made. Right? Is this our theory? Is this going to hold up? Maybe. We had another problem before I was going to wrap. That other problem is we are not devouring arthropod blood at an acceptable rate. Let's go over there and see what we can do about that, eh? And I was expecting to find no dinosaur, but instead I find dinosaur. And that this is just working. So a bioreactor, you... We're just going to have to find a way to double this, right? Yeah. Because we want it to be destroying Trits and Zilipho and Zapirs. We want everyone to get slaughtered. Glassware. We are getting very tight in here. This is all high-level candidates for getting moved anywhere else. Why did I do this? Why didn't I do it right? I mean, we all know the answer to that question, but I like to ask it as if I am honestly, legitimately confused. Alright, you move right there. So you are cleansing blood of the horrible taint of the sea. It can never be truly fit for human consumption, but it could be made into a slightly more dignified state. Boom. Boom. Like there. And we're just going to have to check on the rates of this, because I don't know if this is right. Alright, so there you go. Cleanse the blood. Oh, you didn't do this. Cleanse the heathen blood. Remove its taint. Restore it to the grace of hemoglobin. And send it on its way to become true and honest iron. The Emperor protects. Okay, good, 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 good. Alright, I have no further questions for you. We are going to go look at the laughter factories. If we're going to stay with a 40k theme, these are the Xeno welcoming centers, where we welcome the Xenos. Here we are, alien. We will now welcome you, and we can celebrate our diverse ways of life in the only way I know how. Alright, so this is improperly regulated. This is from a different time. I don't want any of the arthropod blood barrels. I don't want any of the barrels. I just want you to be a proper connection. Why can't you be normal? Actually, do this. And we can do this. Yeah, debarrel those things. Okay, good. Oh. I mean, not good. Kind of bad when you get right down to it. But, something happened. And that's great. So glad that happened. Alright, so now you are in the system properly, and you are going to be contributing quite a lot of skin. And lard and brains. And the cursed blood will be purged. All of that's fantastic. You're just wanted from your venom. You have to hard block on that. There's nothing to be done about it. You don't contribute much of anything, and I can't get rid of fish oil. Butchering Trits is great, but it's very slow. And now all of this is good, except it's processing moves at a faster rate than I am making moves, which is a problem, but it's more of a long-term thing. Okay, so that's working, that's working. That is certainly working. Take that, please. So these are now going as hard as they can. This is... oh, this takes a lot. It takes 50 subcritical water. Oh, wow, this takes a long time. Did I think this through when I made this? Alright, we'll check back on this later, right? Lard finally going over this way. We have a chance of actually redeeming ourselves. Time. Turn bones into lard, right? We don't have excess bones at the moment, so... Not gonna think about that. Alright, we're gonna do one more patrol around the things what be critical. And then we are going to wrap. So, how is bedding doing? It was locked in formic acid last time, which is quite tragic. Oh, we're probably short on that. I'm probably gonna have to do something about that. Why are we not going? No glassware. How is this even possible? No methane. No rubber? No rubber. No methane and no rubber. Multiple problems. Great to hear. It's all because methane is being used for transformation. Why are we stopped? No formic acid. Are we really stuck? Are we really stuck on this? Are we not making enough formic acid for both? Okay, that is really a possibility. That we are not producing enough formic acid to run this, both the rubber area, the latex area, and this area. I can 100% believe that. So, let's go inspect that, and then that's probably the last thing I'm doing today. Did I make progress today? What is progress, really? We're gonna go see formic acid, right? Right here. Yeah, it looks like we got problems. We don't have enough formic acid. Because we don't have enough sulfuric acid, it looks like. Well, that's an interesting situation to be in. Did we run short of... Yeah, we did. We're sulfur bound. That was something I really didn't expect to see. Here, wait. Yeah, this guy's just waiting to fill up. I mean, it's working. It's coming in. It's just not very fast. Okay. Alright. Okay. Things are neither good nor bad right now. The factory hums along, but there is dissonance in the song. I feel as if dark powers are at work in this factory, slowly worming their way towards the core. Alright, I'm just wandering around babbling at this point. It's time to wrap up. Alright, end of episode. What did I do today? Not much. Okay, no. I did not make much obvious progress today. I did a lot of stuff. Let's see if I can enumerate my sins. Yes, we did not do anything with the border, which is a real problem. There are artillery shells down there waiting to be gifted to those who most deserve them, but I do not have time. So the big problem that faced us this morning was not enough sulfuric acid. We had excess acid gas, not enough sulfuric acid. So I endeavored to put the two together, and we put in 6 more sulfuric acid generators, which is like 60% more, something like that. Something a little better than 50. Anyway, that ate up all the acid gas. I still think we have enough acid gas to produce, but we're now sulfur bound. This is terrible because I have no better way of getting sulfur. We got sulfur there, we got sulfur there, we got sulfur there, and I think it's all being concentrated in this one point, and it is not enough. This is bad. Because the only way to get more sulfur is conquest. I could take that. That's probably the closest one. But like adding one more isn't going to suddenly flip everything in my favor, you know? Yeah, I have to put in an embassy right here in order to protect the salt mine. And then I still have to put an embassy right here, and then we can start pushing towards this, I suppose. Oh, I'll have to put in, I don't know how I'm going to handle this. Yeah, I'll probably have to actually push over properly to get to that salt mine. Like start with embassies facing westward and just clear. So it's like 5 embassies down the line. That's going to take some shells, I tell ya, but it's in line. There's things happening. What else did I do? I improved the bedding recipe by adding in formic acid. This ironically destroyed everything yet again because formic acid takes sulfuric acid, which adds another drain on the thing I don't got. Cue crazy laughter. Also, we're completely done with making uranium, a problem when I want to aggressively expand factories because we don't have enough power to support the particle accelerator. I need to probably get more oil, probably from this spot right here, and then put it into the oil pipeline. And then maybe refine more oil, I don't know. But we have to start making more kerosene and put in a block of kerosene generators. I also could put in a block of 4 biopower generation right here, but I really don't want to do that anymore. I want to try this kerosene thing, and if I get to mechanical parts too, then I can upgrade all of this and it will work regardless without having to do any more infrastructure. So if I do more infrastructure, it should be mechanical parts too. Oh, we're going to check on the other thing I did today. The other last thing I did today. Because we built out more silicon processing right smack in the middle of the silicon stack. So we have no idea whether or not it is going to actually work or not. Where am I? Right here. I want to be over there. I took a wrong turn. Glycerol fullish. Glycerol being used. That's what we want to see. We also did this. And we are stopped. We are completely stopped. Hydrogen full up. Cannot vent hydrogen. Why? This should be... Why? Oh, we're full up. We're entirely full up. We are blocked from beginning to end. We did a good. Oh, we need more graphite. Ooh. We're graphite bound now. Or aramid fiber. It's one of the two. Let's go check on that. I'm more inclined to believe graphite, though. That has been a thorn in my side for a very long time. Aramid fiber is made over here. Right there. That's aramid fiber. We'll go poke our heads and look at you. Kevlar into aramid fiber. Where? Right there. No. Aramid fiber is not our problem. Graphite is our problem. So add this on problems for another day. Code word tomorrow. Yeah, and we have to build out more power generation. Where am I going? Graphite generation is in this stack down here, right? Yeah. And it is just going as hard as it can, and it is not enough. Oh, we have a profound graphite shortage. Not you. These guys. Yeah. Okay. Maybe this is also a coke shortage. See graphite production. Graphite. Graphite production. Show me. Yeah, this is probably a coke problem. How in the world can we still have a coke problem? Alright, I will try to deal with that. Alright, so there is lots to do. Lots and lots and lots and lots to do. And I'm not really sure how I'm going to handle any of it, eh? So tomorrow, probably power, probably graphite, probably Something with that sulfur. I have to do something. I have to do an audit of all the sulfur mines, I guess. I don't know. I'm done now. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.